The New Heirs. A Practical Guide to Inheritance Management in Spain. Written by Franklin Díaz. Preliminaries. Inheriting in Spain is a process that, while it may be exciting due to the possibility of receiving assets and rights, can also become a complex and challenging experience. The regulations governing succession in our country are not uniform, but vary significantly between the different autonomous communities. These differences are not arbitrary. They stem from centuries of legal, cultural, and social traditions that have shaped unique succession systems in each region. Understanding these particularities is essential for you, whether you are managing an inheritance or planning the transfer of your own estate. From the Common Civil Code, applicable in regions such as Madrid, Andalusia, Murcia, or the Canary Islands, to the regional laws of Catalonia, Galicia, Aragon, or the Basque Country, each system has its own rules and nuances that you must know to make informed decisions and avoid future conflicts. One of the first aspects you should consider is the existence or absence of a will. This document, which reflects the deceased's wishes, is the cornerstone of any inheritance process. However, its interpretation and application depend largely on the legal framework of the autonomous community where the inheritance is processed. For example, in Catalonia, the will is governed by the Catalan Civil Code, which differs in key aspects from the Common Civil Code, such as the figure of the heiru, main heir, in rural areas. In contrast, in Galicia, the tradition of the Galician house influences how assets are distributed, prioritizing the preservation of the family unit and agricultural heritage. These differences not only affect the distribution of assets, but also the rights of compulsory heirs, known as legitimarios, whose share of the inheritance is protected by law. Another crucial element in managing an inheritance is the legitima, that is, the portion of the inheritance that by law corresponds to compulsory heirs. The legitima varies notably between regions. While under the Common Civil Code, children are entitled to 2/3 of the inheritance, 1/3 as strict legitima and another as majora, in Catalonia the legitima is smaller, and in Aragon there is the figure of the consortio foral, which allows greater flexibility in the distribution of assets. These differences can significantly influence how the inheritance is divided and the rights you are entitled to as an heir. In addition to the legitima,
sample complete. Ready to continue?